Alright. So, between last time and this time, we did a whole bunch of layers of base coat of various colors. In this case, a dark gray. It was supposed to be a mid-tone gray, but it turned out being dark gray. Oh yeah. Hi. Welcome to Pink Shirts Painting 101. I'm Will, or Zeta Raven, that guy that's listed up here and stuff. You've heard this before. And so between last time and this time, I've done a couple that have a little bit more color. I'm going to be throwing on more layers of color right now. We have some that are colored to various states. And so like right now I'm going to do a layer of messy gray and maybe some other colors. And I'm just going to do a little bit of this on camera just to show that it's being done. I don't have the chat running right now, and I'm actually going to put on some Stargate Atlantis to to play in the background because that's what I want to pay attention to right now. And I'm pretty sure. Let me just check something. Yeah, no, it won't show it. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think it would. But it was worth a shot.
I wish the container full. Do you understand?
So I'm just going to pick it up where it was before. Turn down just a little bit here. Alright, so, yeah, I'm just going to be laying down some layers of color, so you don't really have to listen to anything I'm saying, because color is a personal choice. I truly believe that. Anything that you do to color this stuff is going to be a personal choice. I'm going to try and bring this just a little bit closer without destroying everything. Pretty sure I can do it. Yay! Alright. Let's pop this around. We're watching. Colonel Shepard is half turned into an Eratus bug. So, you know, things are generally great. Awesome. It's a good day. It's a good day. See, like I said, you don't have to listen to this. You just turn the audio of this whole show off. You're not going to learn anything. There's just going to be some people turning into bugs in the background. That's not alright. That is just not alright. He has to get stem cells from the Eratus bug, which means he has to go into one of their caves and get Eratus bug eggs directly out of the hive so that they can have stem cells for it. You won't learn anything in this by listening to this. Okay, and so this is the part where we can't open things. Oh wow, it's because there's a lot of build-up. Yeah, come on.
We should go in. And do what?
If the inhibitor is worn off.
She's beyond our help. There's something.
Colonel!
So I'm just laying down a layer of gray
Do you have enough?
I don't think so.
on as much of these as I can.
It's not going to happen overnight. You can down. Transformation coming out of the force itself. So eventually it'll be back in the fight. Eventually. Well, then impressive for once again elevated with medicine. Miraculous.
Thank you, Randy. You'll finally be able to get some sleep. Thanks.
You might.
Stay long.
Oh, that's all right. Of course.
Also, I'm really messy and sloppy, and all of this gray is going to go all over the place.
If and when Colonel Shepard resumes his duties, I won't cope with the some of the changes that I've made.
When he does, that'll be up to him.
Of course. That was what I'd like to listen to me. I'll be able to do very much.
Oh, we'll try to manage that, Susie.
Despite me thinking my intentions are to wear.
Believe me, Colonel, I don't want to be.
We love Elizabeth Weir. Elizabeth Weir. Elizabeth. This is the Elizabeth Weir song. Oh, also, it's somebody really important's birthday today, so sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Colonel,
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear somebody really important that we love. Happy birthday
should
to
you
you.
be up on guard?
I've been cooped up in that damn infirmary for a couple of weeks. Give me a break.
You really looking well? Are you feeling more like yourself?
Well, according to my judgment. Although, I gotta say, if we're getting rid of this thing today, access will clear up eventually. I suppose. Well, I've been laying there the last few weeks. Some things I might have done that you could call out.
You have a security detail. Yes.
There's another thing that I should probably apologize for.
Give it no further thought.
Good. I won't.
Nice to have you back. John.
Oh, great! The very last episode on the disc. Wow, well, what perfect timing. Actually, it's terrible timing. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Okay. Hang on. We will get this. This will not be our end. This will not be our undoing. We shall continue the legacy of the ancients. See, that's what we're really dealing with today. Is knowledge of the ancients. See, you're not gonna learn nothing. You're not gonna learn a goddamned nothing on this episode if you keep listening. Nothing. What do you think? Should we go over? Well, you can't respond. Never mind. We're not listening to you. You with your opinions, your plans, your ideas. Oh my goodness, I'm going to have paint all over these. No. Yay, half the fun is watching him not do what he said he was gonna do. Because he was at the end of the desk and didn't know it. Didn't know it. Okay, that's the end of me singing. Well,
Fair chance of everybody.
So now there's two guys playing a game, and Ronan is like watching them. Which, of course, if you know Ronan Dex, you know that he is a badass who totally doesn't understand the ways. They're like, seriously? What is this? A treatise on Stargate Atlantis? Yes, yes it is. Fuck you.
Yes. It's a game.
I mean, I love it.
Those two that play every single game. It's not really a game. Action. It's all about strategy. He's playing his next move. I'm going after that. And he's going after that.
As well.
Yes, we do. I take it that's not happening for further deals. Hey, you're right. Just because we do things differently doesn't mean we can't learn from each other. And Colonel Shepard has already invested an incredible amount of time and energy trying to make you an integral part of his team. Oh. Yes, of course. So, I thought. Rodney, what is it? I'm on my way. I'm moving too. Okay. What is it?
That is the signature of an ancient ship called the Aurora. With the ZPM now powering the city, we've been reactivating the dormant system. That one, track the location of ancient ships being built. Warship, design, all ready up again for long year. I cross-checked the logs. They were on a reconnaissance mission. When we activated the ZPM, the city was to set up some kind of automated subspace beacon to recall this effect.
How long before it gets here?
About 2 minutes at the edge. Johnson. You see, for 42 million years. We know way on the so we take the Japanese for the next military. Clever, but wrong. They're running like started. Not the difference.
Which gives us only one way to get there. Please don't force me to remind you that I do have discretion on how to utilize the
I'm well aware of this stuff. Your powers are very limited at that range of the ship.
Come to me.
Last night, I had a body on a future warship and our heads to the race and we left the south end.
Good. Colonel Shepard's team is ready to go.
My company knows.
Your team is far more experienced with ancient technology.
My people will only get that kind of experience by going on this kind of a mission.
Not this mission. We discovered it, we check it out. We're group and cut their teeth with something else.
Fine. The Shepard's team might be going on.
They're ready now.
As you can see, I am very messy, and I'm also going to talk over the majority of as much of this music as I can, so that copyright things don't happen. Woo! Also, I don't have to worry about being quiet right now, which is great. I don't have to worry about a thing. Oh, yeah, probably not my best singing job. I wasn't actually going for, like, a good job. I was just going for... I'm so pretty and witty and what the fuck? So, I'm trying to make this one kind of misty. Ooh, misty and atmospheric. And also flying across the room at 400 miles an hour. Witty, atmospheric, completely out of control.
Sorry. Back to the second ship. Say small ripples. Jared, you think there's some sort of a scout ship? How many to the room?
It's altering course, coming straight at us.
Seems to have a lot of hyperspace. Weapons range? 5 seconds. Target's locked. Fire.
So far, this is working out really well for me. So.
All these years, you just not operated on this ship. All these years, the Aurora lay dormant. The signal from Atlantis woke it up, making it just great with no return.
Is that it?
So it was a hell of a fight. Life support? Negative, sir. Sorry, I'm sure, but... Just outside the bridge.
Just a little too sloppy with me. Which I don't often say. That's not allowed.
Stasis pods. Still powered up. Stasis.
We found a similar pod in Atlantis. It keeps a person alive for many years in a type of frozen hibernation.
This one's uniform is different from the others. You can capture it with a major D. Life sign indicators are active. These capsules must have some kind of a shielding. That's why the Daedalus sensors running over the top.
Look at all of them.
It's just a mistake. There's nobody with her rest of the ship. Look, return to these suits is limited to get laser burning. I'm on it. They're all alive? The entire crew? Well, kind of suspended animation. Not entirely suspended, however. The pod has slowed their aging considerably, but bodies are immortal. Failing around in the search and the rest of the ship, my guess is there's 20. Is there anything we can do for them? Reviving them is the question. The pod's the only thing keeping them alive. There's something going on. This pod is magnetically shielded. I mean, the pod's equipped with a neural interface. It's indicating a definite brain activity, even with perfectly conscious. If all of these pods are interconnected, it's highly possible these people are in fact communicating. This has been going on for 10,000 years. Possibly. One more conversation. Well, more likely, the interface was reactivated from the recall beacon to Atlantis. Either way, the neural interface. You want to figure out what you're saying? Yes, of course. It says right here. Why is the smart one having to stop and answer so many questions? It's a fair question, Doctor. Of course it is. Being able to communicate with a living ancient geography for a lifetime. This system is a highly complex system. Wait a minute. Answer your question. Taylor, got any more pods? Are any of the pods empty? I should be able to tap into the neural network without actually initializing stasis. Just want to figure out which reminders to tap into the system and link it directly to the past. Need I remind you of obvious value?
But was it safe?
Would I be volunteering to go if it wasn't? No. Exactly what makes it safe. Better to have you on the outside of this. It won't, but it won't become what to say.
You know, I think between the two of you, if something were to go wrong, which would be the big loss?
I'm not going that way. You should try. You should.
Taylor's gotten really good at dealing with Rodney.
Remember, the system creates a direct feedback loop between the processor and your brainwave. So, if you want to disconnect, you'll need to concentrate. I'm going to point to the blue one now, otherwise you'll be popping it out of the direction across your mind. So, if that works for you. Now, I should be able to monitor your EEG patterns. So, in the highly unlikely event that something anomalous should present itself, I should be able to disconnect you manually. Now, when I click the link, the lock system should activate. Ready?
Okay. So I'm leaning these up against things because I've painted two sides at the same time. And while that's not absolutely necessary, I find it's much more of a time saver to just do that. And then if there's any mess ups on the edges, you just paint over it with whatever process you just used. Hopefully you haven't used up the last of your paint, such as I may do here.
Who are you? Lieutenant Colonel Johnson. Information is restricted. Excuse me. The team discovered your ship. The crew was in a stasis pod and decided to tap stay where you are. Security and engineering there? Because you can stay where you are.
Hyperdrive construct modifications are commencing, sir.
Make certain equations that are in the correct sequence. You don't want to overload the control card.
Yes, sir.
Is this him? Yes, sir. I wear the uniform of my crew, but I don't remember. I know it's just step the ship. We've had a drone stasis pod, study the camera system. You know, me. System. This virtual.
Yeah, careful when you hold on to the edges and the paint is adhered to your fingers. If you pull away too hard, it'll pull that paint right up off there. It's a good reason to use primer. Oh, see, just like my finger right there. It's a good reason to use actual primer for the first layer.
I want to know who you are and your history. Colonel John Shepard. An expedition. Only bottom line is we came from Atlantis. Remember, I know all this sounds strange, but I'm telling you the truth. We all belong stasis pods aboard the world. Your friend earlier said he was. Expected you to know.
The hyperdrive modifications on the process.
Hyperdrive modifications. We're attempting to modify the function to implement this as early as possible. Then we'll see this behavior too. The Atlantis you now doesn't exist. In the war with the Wraith, Steve was evacuated. Why would we go back? What was wrong? Nothing is lost. Not yet.
pretty sure. Yeah. So this is the end of the line on the gray. There are other things I could technically do, but I'm not going to. I'd rather just wash off my fingers.
Witness are we talking about? That information is questions. There's no counseling.
Sir, we must be
Well, wait. According to the logs, the Aurora left land transmission in the sea. That means the sea had already been sunk to the bottom of the ocean. How could I know that? Yes, because that's where it was when we found it.
wasting time, sir. We need to attend to the public health.
Wait. The information in that communique is still incredibly valuable to us.
So Colonel John Shepard jumped into the virtual environment, and nobody there knew that they were in a virtual environment. They were all just behaving like it was their normal everyday thing. But they were making hyperdrive modifications. Very important.
So,
None of them had any clue they were in there.
what was it worth? How was it we switched to shut down? Yeah. Was it? So what happened? You didn't have to face to face, pretty impressive. Virtual reality. So you put through a virtual mind. That was when we went out. Started.
Okay, so that's what this whole thing has been composed of. It's just putting on layers of color, usually very sloppily, and usually very abstract to bring out abstract color landscapes.
No one knew who I was or how I got here. That's a good question. And another reason I should go back with
So layers of color, one color to each side, and that's the thing. I'm gonna keep doing this. You don't have to really watch and listen. It's just I'm just gonna keep doing it because it needs to be done. So this one I did yesterday. It's like all the edges are good.
Everything okay? Long range sensors just taking 2 raid cruisers heading this way. We're going to investigate what the scout ship was destroyed earlier. A little over an hour and the plan on being blown down by them. What's the status there? I've been able to decipher some more of the program. I'm actually reading neural tracking signatures of the entire crew in the weekend. And Colonel Shepard's status? Oh, yeah, he said, what? Understood. In what time is where ships approaching the cameras being served? Anything else? He's not out of there in 30 minutes. Disconnect the man. Here's Ken.
He has more pressing concerns at the moment. He said Neil is dead. He's trying to get enough to make a full confession.
Yeah. Actually, I just wanted to talk to him and try to convince him that
Perhaps you would have more success if your story were not so preposterous.
it's not preposterous.
You say you're from Atlantis, and yet you also said that Atlantis has been evacuated.
Yeah. Well, 1,000 years ago. Look, we just discovered it last year.
You discovered it.
It came from Earth. Found the city deserted. We sent a basement for Earth since it's good. So they were the city's laundry sensors. Even after we moved, the wolf still has a problem. So we managed to blow them off now, but we could sure use that information.
Only the captain has access to the communicator.
For the one talking. I can deliver the message myself. Quicker gets me to the things that
Seriously.
yes.
More the same.
I'm counting. Do not want to lose the close.
Kind of 376. Only 398. You got enough to count. 2020 to 23. Alright.
Where does she come from? Still here. Can't it wait? Hard. I need to talk to the first officer. The orders not to be scared. It's okay. She said she'd get to talk to the captain. It's been a while. She also didn't want to say no one people who said. I need to see the captain. I need to stay. I really don't like being ignored. What is it?
Hold on.
This is very clear. No one's reason to stall.
There's reason for that.
Ready to warn you? Our decisions have plucked us out of it a second bird.
You don't even have to search the ship. There's certain things you need to get.
The rate's tied to the same neural feedback loop as the crew and council. But by the looks of it, they must have found Aurora a long time ago. Certainly long enough to figure out how to access and integrate the system.
Given their apparent psychic abilities, is it possible the race ship's on way in communication with Ray?
No, we need to be closer.
She's right. In terms of the range and rate flexibility, it's limited.
So we can't risk those ships being within their range.
So we go back to it right now.
I agree.
Whoa, stop! Let's not get off trigger happy. We have no idea how much of the system is ready to manipulate. We need to figure out what is going on before we start shooting things. Going to that can kill Shepard.
What's he still doing?
He can come at any time he wants. There must be a good reason.
Shepard, you won't leave that in the information.
I still don't know.
The Wraith cannot physically harm you, their planet.
No. I don't think so. I don't know, but I should get back in there and learn what this rig is doing.
You have 15 minutes to figure it out now.
15? We can come up with an arbitrary number.
That's the time we've got. No one can lose.
Why?
Because I intend to destroy your work for those races.
Wait, please, just listen. I can't. I want to help. Help all of us. I don't want to sound strange, but just give me a chance to prove it. What I'm saying.
Are you all right, sir?
Yes.
Take it back to the bridge.
What if he is telling the truth? Sense it too. It's something that's wrong.
We're exhausted.
I haven't even noticed. Even more so than my people.
Rest is a luxury we cannot afford, sir. The Aurora is a flying ship, but she was never built for speed. Without the drive modifications, it will take months to return to her inhabitants. We are to use this new intelligence to our advantage to reach the city.
Then we can find the rest.
Yes, sir. Where's Mom?
Dr. McKay.
Dr. McKay, you ready to begin the work?
It hasn't even been 5 minutes.
Perhaps the train has discovered a problem.
What kind of a problem?
He's unconscious in the virtual environment. I'm not sure how it happened, but something's definitely happening.
There's more reason to pull him out.
Look, additional data I've been able to decipher from the race biometrics receiver shows significant manipulation of the back. Something we're clearly not aware of in Shepard money.
We're also clearly not aware of two-way first project.
Colonel, this break is controlling the program, which means it might have booby-trapped it as well. We're talking about Shepard's life here.
I'm talking about the lives of not only every person aboard this ship, but every person in the land is ready to find out it wasn't destroyed.
Where was the stake here, Doctor? Another pod? A lot.
Can we go in? Look, stall Caldwell behind us and come.
What if you are able to disconnect?
See, the thing is, Phil Shepard and I actually thought we just having us saving each other's lives and it's my turn. Your turn next.
You give me your turn next. That's a good thing to say. We've gotten in the habit of saving each other's lives. Now your turn. You give me your turn next. Oh, good times.
You sure I don't? Four and a third.
You alright?
Yeah, it's just no claustrophobia. I'm fine. Now, system to engage what you send me in. Right. System in?
Oh, yes.
We're gonna do a little bit of gray on these ones too. They're both. McKay's being put in the prison. I came to help you. I feel better already.
Dr. McKay is not clear. He had to...
You had to check something on the brake pod.
Yes. He had to check the biometrics receiver. We need to reconfirm the frequencies of the neural feedback. Well, actually, we've been having trouble reaching it ourselves. I think it might have something to do with interference or even magnetic shielding from the pods.
Yeah, she opened it.
Roman was just going to check on it, see what is taking him so long. How do I?
That's fine. You've been unable to distinct yourself from the system. No, just trying to get the information on it to communicate. We thought maybe it was preventing you from executing the program. Yeah. this case is fun. It's manipulating the neural feedback program. You're keep hiring for a regular thing. I don't want to risk putting on something. About her, she has to. She's been very odd about it. And she keeps preventing me from talking to the captain. What if it's not with Leo? Turns out that it's with dinner or it's complex. She doesn't want that information. I've been able to decipher enough of the program to override the protocol. All I have to do is get to a terminal within a virtual environment. I should be able to access anything else on the database. I'm just going to get out of here. Well, that does.
What's happening?
It's out. Your data device right now. Thank you. That's it. Just keep stalling. Stalling.
What'd you do this guy? Sounds about to fire a missile inside of that ship.
There are the plans.
That boat in the ponds now?
Yes. Dr. McKay wanted to see if the race was preventing Colonel Shepard from disengaging from the system.
What's in this summer? Anything aboard the Aurora this thing about Colonel Shepard?
No, wait. Please. Just keep your cool.
ETA on the race ships?
I am certain he will. And if he's successful, he'll be more safe to disconnect completely.
So I got purple on one side, green on the other.
It would be wise to have a medical team standing by for this.
We're at the infirmary on the medical team standing by.
I think I've just about grayed everything I can gray. There's no more gray to be grayed. So, luckily, that means I actually have some gray left over. I have some gray left over. A lot of gray. You know what?
There's the more basic interstellar kind, like the one Aurora has. And then there's the more powerful intergalactic kind, similar to the one Asgard provided us, the Devils. The super people are saying, because we have to transfer even as advanced as the ocean penetrates. The technology happens getting the right now. He's going to this project. That's what it's about. And we're feeding them. This is just step one. Even if she doesn't have all the information we need to stop her from sending what she's doing so far to the race ships. There are race ships on the I'm sure I mentioned that. Pretty much I'm still fine.
It's really when she was so hot.
You just can't. She didn't have a single part of this being outside. Because I didn't know what that would do to me. That's what I thought of the dimension of the Atlantis. Why? Because I was trying to convince them that
So good.
We're gonna call them probably for the shit and
Okay, there's just no safe way to hold this, so I'm just gonna hold it in an unsafe way and hope that the acrylic paint doesn't peel back.
it's in the bottom of the limit.
2 minutes in the pod and I'm abandoned.
Hyperdrive modification commands have been successfully entered. Auxiliary power is now online.
Very good. Very engaged drive. Stop! The first officer's arranged she's using it.
Security to the bridge.
She gained access to the virtual environment, killing your first officer and taking her place. She's getting you to modify your hyperdrive so she can upgrade your weight hyperdrive.
Don't listen to him.
You modify their hyperdrives to make your mind play before she do.
This is nonsense.
Telling you she's arranged.
Officer Cabela served with me for many years. I can't possibly believe it.
Sir, with your permission, I'd like to...
Disable.
That was proof enough.
Yeah. Okay. Just trying to get rid of some of that gray that I put down out on the palette and then was like, oh, crud. I just put all that out there and I could totally use it. I don't want to use it like that right now. So now we fixed that. My fingers are good and gooey. That's what happens.
Instead of the system, she needs to see keep telling the information. Okay, we may be able to defeat the way once and for all. Using the shit's going to be like you giving me access. She told herself. That's coming.
Okay.
I feel the possibility of our capture is too great. Information that communicates beyond.
So now what are we gonna do?
Even in stasis because of the bodies must be pure.
I love you all the time. The world's like, man, two great ships.
Layers of color. More layers of color. Water. Wash. That's pretty much it. I mean, that's what you do. You choose the color, throw it on there. That's not good enough. So you throw some water in there and wash it out. Do both sides at the same time. You do both sides at the same time, and you can get them to look kind of similar to one another. And that's another reason for me doing it like that. Also, you can do some fun things like this. And that was what I was doing with my brush earlier when I was like... Same thing on the backside.
Hey, one more minute.
We're out of time, Shepard. The race ships are almost here.
One damn minute, I can take care of that problem.
Your cruiser's just dropped out of hyperspace, sir. We're aware of this. Ground station. Looks like we're going to have to fight these guys. Three
Okay, so so part 6 is me stating the obvious. Put down layers of color. Continue putting down layers of color. Try painting both sides at the same time. I find that the black down at the bottom makes a good base. My hands are messy. and that's one of the reasons that I'm not really like showcasing this entire process, is because I can't just take my painting nasty fingers and go grubbing all over my computer system, because that's a problem. I already pushed some of my rules as it is. I'm just going to continue to color these, and then before I get into the whole applying the illustrations and decoupage thing, I'll do another session. Also, I will, on at least a couple of these bases, I will draw some lines and then paint over them so that there are painted grid lines on some of them. I'll do that, and I'll do the decoupage portion of this for sure on camera, and then I'll apply a whole bunch of layers of decoupage, and then when they're finally done, I'll show how they work and how it works out. This is part 6 here that we're doing right now, and it should be done in less than 10 parts, but I put the 0 in there just in case, because I didn't know how long this was actually going to last. So yeah, so I think that's a good spot to stop that. I'm gonna wash up my grubby hands, and also I might do another couple of layers of paint just to do it, but then I'm probably going to do some more Astroneer later tonight on live stream. So see you later on Pink Shirts. Woo!